Peter Dutton has been in the Hunter this morning selling his cheaper energy policy. Let's go live to Political Editor Andrew Clennell in the seat of Paterson. Andrew, you're with the opposition leader on the day he's fallen behind in the latest news poll published in The Australian.
Yes, I am, Kieran. He managed to avoid a news poll question. I was trying valiantly at the end to get one in on the news poll published in The Australian, which shows him behind, which to my mind has its own reflection on the opposition's decision to repeal Labor's tax cuts, no matter how meagre they might be. But it's a gas out here. I think it's going to be the same all week. Peter Dutton selling cheaper energy. That's what he's talking about. Labor's up on health with a Medicare card. On the other side, it's Peter Dutton selling cheaper energy. The trouble is he can't tell you how much cheaper your energy is going to be if he's elected, whether it's gas or electricity. He sort of indicated he might later in the piece, but his argument today against the fact they're not providing that figure of a 10 or 20% cut or what have you is, look at how much power prices have gone up without rebates under Labor. $1,300, he says, in 3 years. The government's never contested $1,000. So his argument is that'll keep happening. In a way, I was trying to ask him, are you just trying to stabilise the price? Because they seem determined not to come up with a promise like Labor's $275. And let's face it, what does go down in price these days? Here was my exchange with the opposition leader earlier. Mr Dutton, how much will Australians' electricity and gas prices be cut by in the first term of government if you're elected? Or is the cut of not such sufficient size that you're really looking to stabilise the price after these price rises?
There are two offerings at the next election, Andrew. One is from the government, which is guaranteeing you that electricity prices will go higher if Labor's re-elected. Right, let's be clear about that. Electricity and gas is up by 32% and 34% now. Mr Albanese's plan promises Australians that they will pay more for electricity and gas after the election. Our plan, which is to create an East Coast reserve, brings more gas into the system.
But you're looking to just stabilise it or actually cut it?
We will have, in terms of our offering at the next election, to the Australian people, a definite plan about how we can reduce prices.
So not a great news poll result for the opposition, but at least the momentum going Labor's way at the start of their campaign from their point of view and not at the end. Peter Dutton is here at a warehouse in Tomago, and there he tried to start up a car and it stalled, which I'm sure will get a good run in all the 6 p.m. packages, given the poll result tonight, Kieran. He also ruled out any privatisation from a Dutton government if elected, when asked if this would companion any public service cuts.
Do you believe there are branches of the government that could be better run in private hands, or will you rule out privatisation if you win?
No, we're not privatising.
Now, Liberals are very bullish about this seat, Paterson, 2.6%. Peter Dutton's obviously here because he wants to try and make sure that this is one of his victories. But if you look at the national poll result as it sits at the moment, I think Labor got around 52.5% of the two-party preferred vote, and they're at 51. The margin here, Kieran, is 2.6, so if it was uniform, they wouldn't even be picking up this seat. There are different local factors at play, however, and the Liberals do think this is a good chance. You'll note they're not visiting nearby Hunter, which is 4%, and or Shortland Pat Conroy's seat, which is 6%, as things are seen to even up in the polls. Peter Dutton, of course, heads to Brisbane tonight for the Paul Murray pub test.
Andrew, we will stay in touch. Thank you.